Hey guys, it is your favorite sports massage therapist. It is Zach Scheiding from Scheiding Sports and Rehabilitative Massage. I'm happy to be on the first podcast of the year. Today is actually the first day that we're starting up the podcast. So, first video going in. We're really excited to be doing this, giving back to the massage therapy community. And just kind of doing things that really haven't been done yet for the sports massage and massage therapy world. I'm going to try to be bringing good content, education, networking tips, things like that, which will help kind of hopefully boost your career or maybe start it, try to get you to a spot in your life where you're feeling comfortable and confident with what you're doing. So I'm gonna be here for any questions, any help. I'm gonna try to hit every subject I can. If there's ever anything that you guys want to see specifically, I will always be happy to address them or try to find a video or something I can do to help you out. It's what this whole thing's for. It's not necessarily just for me to give out my content. It's mostly for you guys to absorb the information and use it as you will. So today I was going to start off by talking just a little bit about massage in general. I've seen massage as any manipulation of soft tissue or muscle, which you're usually trying to do a greater cause for. You're trying to release an injury, frozen shoulder. So it's just, massage is such a broad-based term. It's hard to really be specific, but so it's just pretty much any manipulation of tissue looking for a greater goal. So massage is kind of that word that you gets thrown around. That's what a lot of people hear. That's what people associate with, and then you get massage and massage envy, and that seems to be one of the big correlators. Or massage and spa, or massage and relaxation, or massage and holistic, whatever it may be. So that's where in my career I didn't really want to go that path. I didn't like the whole idea of holistic and wanting to do aromatherapy and relaxation and spa and hot stone and all those things. I wanted to be more focused on sports. I wanted to focus on athletes, active individuals, people with repetitive stress injuries like sitting at a desk and doing construction, stuff that you do day in, day out, 40 hours a week. So I kind of want to be really specific in what I wanted to do. And when I was in school, I really didn't find the outlet yet. I knew sports massage, and sports massage really is just a more broader base massage that is just specific for athletes, but it's really not anything too specific. There's different techniques, there's a few active and passive things, but it's not too far off from relaxation, other than obviously it's usually deeper pressure and things like that. So when I heard sports massage, I was like, well, that's seems really nice, but it seems also very easy to accomplish. I wanted to do something that was more specific, had a lot of research behind it, and I knew that that specific technique or whatever it was would be perfect for me or perfect for what I was thinking. And throughout school, I never really found those things. As a massage, I was having a massage, sports massage. It was just really easy classes, take them online, it's a few hours, you get your sports massage certificate. So I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to do more of what I like to call bodywork or manual therapy. And that difference in it is mostly just education and how you approach the whole appointment. So for example, in a massage, you normally go in, they're like, hey, what's tight? It's your back. They work on your back. They do, some lighter techniques, maybe some deeper ones. You get underneath the sheet. Usually you're in your underwear or something. You take all your clothes off and that's it. You're done. You do your appointment and that's it. Me, on the other hand, I'm the complete opposite. You come in, you rarely ever take clothes off unless you're a guy who wants your back worked on. I'll have you take your shirt off. Females, normally I'll warn them and say, hey, bring a sports bra, bring something else, because I don't mind sometimes if they forget to use the sheet, but I like to provide the vibe that it's very sports oriented. I'm getting directly into whatever it is that you need. I don't need to fluff it around. I can do active releases. I can get on trigger points. I can't do myofascial therapy per se, but I can do a lot of different things, even if I don't have full exposure to the back. And that's where the manual therapy, the body work, that's where one thing differentiates. And then with body work and stuff like that, normally you're doing specific kind of orthopedic style assessments where you're like, okay, well, this only goes up this high and this one goes up this high. So then you're kind of doing the assessments to figure out what might be the problem. So then, you might have a shoulder injury, but as a body worker, a manual therapist, it's like you work through here with very intentional strokes, and then you might work on the correlating side of the back and into the neck, and maybe something that might be wrapping through here, because the whole body's connected. So to understand the body as a whole, that's kind of the way you have to treat it. And so some people, like at Massage Envy, you're going straight to the back, they work on the back, and then that's all they do, they flip. It's a high turnover rate. When you're providing that body work and manual therapy, it tends to, you want to take more time. You're really assessing the client. You're figuring out what's weak, what's not, maybe what's firing, what's not firing. And I'm not a doctor, and I'm not trying to sit and say, these are the issues that are wrong with you, but you can obviously do some tests and say, that's not obviously where it should be. This should be firing, this is weak, whatever it may be. And then you make that specific, like, tailor-made treatment plan. You do the body work, and then you get the progress. So I think that's kind of the difference between manual therapy and body work and like massage. And I just didn't want to get into the massage. I like the whole idea of kind of being more professional. I didn't have to get people under sheets, and I didn't have to do all these other things. I didn't have to have aromas. I could come in, there's no soft music. I come in, I can work, I can do everything I need to do. I can get down to the point, I can get the person better, and then I can move on. And that's what I wanted to do. So it's not that massage in general or relaxation's bad. It's just that's not the route I wanted to take. And so those who are wanting to take the relaxation route, I think it's great still. I have a lot of pro athletes that still do relaxation on top of the work that I do, because my work's more specific. It's good for before, after, during, but you always need time to like decompress, just relax. And a lot of those guys are really stressed. They're in high pressure situations. They need to be relaxed. They need to be calm. So sometimes that's good to bring that type of technique and things like that for the massage therapy world. That's just not what was for me, and that's fine. It's not for everybody. Some people might hate sports massage and love craniosacral or whatever. It doesn't. You don't have to do one thing over the other. It's just what I preferred. And so that's kind of like massage and manual therapy body work, the kind of differentiation between the two of them. Also, I was going to talk to you guys a little bit about, I lost my spot. Like the different techniques of massage. So, there's like deep tissue, and there's myofascial, and there's craniosacral, and there's relaxation, and there's Thai massage, and Reiki, and all this other stuff. There's thousands of them. There's all kinds. So another big thing, like, going into the massage world is, what do you become? When I was in school, I was like, I'm going to do them all. I'm going to do craniosacral, I'm going to do Thai, I'm going to do sports, I'm going to do myofascial, I'm going to do deep tissue. I'm just going to do them all, because I was like, well, I want to be great at everything, and I want to be, on my website certified in everything. Nobody could not find a reason to not come to me. And what I've realized over 3 years, which I realized it early, but I'm glad I realized it early, is that over the past 3 years, I've been able to master my craft in myofascial in the sports massage world. I have just about every condition, injury, every extremity, every area that could be worked on. I pretty much have it mapped out, even sometimes for like specific injuries like MCL or ACL, or like I even have specific treatments where I've already like figured it out. I figured the best way. I've seen the best results. So what I got to do is hone down and get really good at one thing. So I got really good at myofascial and sports performance therapy. And so I got really good at it. And then I realized, like, I'm really good at it, but I still don't know everything. I'm still learning things. I read books all the time. I'm still getting information that I didn't even think like would be past me. I thought I already learned that kind of stuff. And so it was kind of eye-opening in a sense. I then decided, I was like, well, I'll look into some other things. And it just, none of them really seemed appealing, because then I kind of got into it. I realized what I loved early, and then I stuck to it. And I would probably advise you guys to do the same. I wouldn't advise trying to go out. I mean, it's always good to explore. Try myofascial, try craniosacral, try the different things, and whatever you really like, get really good at that. Because then, there's, in my area, there's a Massage Envy around the corner. There's a massage on the corner, literally. I mean, there's probably 50 therapists in less than a mile of where I'm at. They all probably, are decently good, but are any of them specific in myofascial sports performance therapy, have 3 years of experience, been working with Bengals and UFC fighters and world champion boxers and these real high level guys? Probably not too many of them, and not too many of them are going to know. If they have, not too many of them are going to have the experience to say, in this situation, this is how I should treat this. In this situation, this is how I'll treat that. They don't have the experience in that realm. But on the other side, I don't have the experience in relaxation or extensive and like deep tissue where like I know a lot of it, but I'm not extensively into it. I don't go overboard. So somebody out there knows more than, deep tissue than I know, and craniosacral, and there's going to be people that are better than you just in different things. So it was really good for me to realize, okay, these people are getting really good in their thing, I'll get really good in my thing, and then you refer. And that's just what makes like the world go round. Is people who are really good at what they do, but they're not afraid to network out to other therapists and realize that, I'm not as good as Susie down the street who does relaxation, and I have a 70-year-old lady come in who wants to get relaxation. I should say, hey, why don't you go see Susie down the street? She does relaxation. She's great. I'm not going to give you the best experience. It saves your business from maybe being tampered a little bit, because she might say, I didn't really like that guy, blah, blah, blah. He didn't do what I wanted him to do. And so then you can say, well, I'm going to tell you I'm not going to be able to be as good as Susie. Go see Susie. She's great. She's been doing it for 5 years, blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden you have another great outlet to go to. You have somebody to refer to, and if she gets anybody sports related, then she'll feel like, okay, well, I'll send them over to Zach. He's been sending me people that he can't handle. So I found it out really early in my career that it's beyond beneficial to get really good in one thing first. And now I think maybe going down the road, I might do a few other things to be more specific even, but I won't think I will reach too far out from where I'm already at. Because again, I'm learning stuff all the time. And so my end goal is to get as good as I am in what I love. And I love the myofascial, I love the sports performance therapy, stretching and cupping, all that stuff. I love it all. So like, that's where I think I'm going to stay. Again, I'll probably venture out and do a little bit extra, but I'm not going to go out of my way to try to do all these other courses that I know I'm not probably going to use. And I'm just trying to get them so I can get extra clients so I can make more money. The big misconception in massage therapy to a lot of people is they're like, okay, well, I can make a good living, so now I'm going to go make some good money. And you want to make money, but you're going to make more money in the long run and more money more quickly being organic and things like that, rather than reaching out and saying, hey, I know so-and-so, he does really good work, I can help you out too. Or, just trying to like always message people and be like, hey, what's going on? Can I do an appointment with you? If you're ever interested, let me know. It's better in my eyes to, again, pick what you're good at, get good, get in the network with people, be able to send people back and forth. And then what happens is you start growing organically. So like I'm seeing people from the chiropractor I work with. There's a physical therapy spot that I'm now partnering with, several gyms in the area, and they're all starting to kind of send some people to me. I'm sending some people to them. It's starting to kind of grow back and forth, and that's growing really organically. And I'm not having to go out and say, hey, here's my service, look at it, it's really good, I'm great. I'm not having to market myself directly. It's kind of being done by itself organically. And so that's the best way to do it, because then if your chiropractor sends you somebody or sends you to me, that's great. And then I do some work and I'm like, well, you might need dry needling. Well, I know a physical therapist that does dry needling. So then I send her over there. And what happens for that client specifically is she got great care with the chiropractor. She was being able to refer to a good massage therapist who referred her to a great physical therapist that did dry needling. It makes for a really good community. And that person has more ability to speak, the goodness of you. Oh my gosh, that guy, he did great. And then he sent me to this dry needler who really helped me out. And then now I'm feeling great. And it was like all of our services together then created a bigger goal, and it made her get to her goal faster, which was to feel better. So that network and just building it out and being really good in one technique, or just getting good in a few techniques like in myofascial and in sports, and getting really well and then moving on. I think that's really the best bet for everybody. A lot of people, again, they do too much. So don't try to do too much. Try to figure out your little niche, stay in your niche, and take it as far as you can take it. So again, it's one of those things, and massage has been, for especially guys specifically, has been such a hard thing to kind of break into. And back where I'm from, it's not really a hometown where a guy touching another guy for a manual therapy purpose, not a lot of guys would go for it, because it's just the area it's in. That's the way the world is that we live in. When I was down in Florida, I couldn't hardly find somebody that didn't want to get touched. Now that I'm back in Cincinnati, it's pretty much the same thing. can't really find too many people that don't want to be touched. They don't mind to. And that's kind of a mindset thing for a lot of people that just haven't expanded their minds further to realize that a male can do manual therapy and provide great treatments, and I don't have to light some candles and make it, sensual or something like that. So for guys especially, this is another one of those great fields to get into, because I didn't want to do the relaxation, but I didn't want to get in those situations either where a guy's not wanting to do an appointment with you because he's a guy and you're a guy, and that just makes it weird and awkward. And so I see like 95% guys, I'm gonna say, and maybe 5% girls. But there are sports and everything, and sometimes when you're doing like sports and things like that, girls are even more apt to come to you then, because again, I don't make anybody get any of their clothes off. Very rare occasions will they have to do so. Because of that, they're more comfortable around me. They don't feel that blockage. So women still tend to come to me, but my books are mostly filled up with men for the most part. So it's like it kind of gave me the opposite problem. Was now I see a bunch of guys and not so many girls. But it's just about whatever you want to do and kind of the specific area you're going to work in. But massage is such a broad-based thing. There's so many different things you can do with it. It's got so many great healing agents and so many benefits. And so it's always good to know a little bit about massage, all the different kinds of techniques and things that there are out there. If you'd like to learn about a specific one more in detail, I'd be glad to make a video. I don't know, depending on the subject, how much I'll know about it, but I'll make sure to do my own research and present it the best that I can. But there's so many things out there, and coming from either if you are a therapist or you're a student becoming a massage therapist, don't get too caught up in what you're going to do. You'll fall into what you like the more you see people in the clinic, and the more you kind of get out there, you'll get kind of pushed into what you like. You don't need to try to force it and say, I want to do myofascial, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go do it and do it. Kind of let it develop. I was about almost over halfway through my massage therapy school when I realized that I found this myofascial class and all these other things, and I started getting into it, and then I got into it, and then I couldn't get out of it, and then now I'm in love with it. It's my passion. And that's what you want to happen. You want to kind of be going along and be like, oh man, I did some craniosacral work, or did some crazy stuff for this lady. I want to do that. And then you go out and you do that, and you realize like there's so much benefits, there's so many good things I'm doing for this individual. And then it's like, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. So people get so caught out, like, what do you want to be when you're an adult or when you grow up? And it's easier if whatever you're doing, just let yourself kind of fall into it. Figure it out, do really good, do good work. Obviously be like looking, educating yourself, expanding, trying to see what continuing education there is. But whatever there is at the very end mark, whatever you find and you're like, that's something I want to do, or you really like it, then go hammer hard at 110%. Don't mess around at all, and just get in there and do the best you can. So that's kind of the little video today I'm going to talk about on massage, just really general massage stuff, the difference between massage and manual therapy, some of the techniques and things like that are usually used for massage therapy, and just a little bit about, marketing and, being really good in just one technique and finding other therapists that are good in different techniques, so you guys can have a good referral system. And another good example would be like if you have somebody who's a sports guy and he's all in the sports, does only sports therapy, and then all of a sudden has some lymph node issues. I'm not good with lymphatic drainage, but I know somebody who is. So then therefore I could say, hey, I honestly can't do the best work for you, but this lady can, and she's really good. That only is not going to reflect good on me, it reflects good on her. And when that reflects good on her, she's going to be more apt to say, hey, I want you to go see Zach for this sports injury. He's better than I am at it. And then voila, you've got a good referral pattern going back and forth. So that's another good example of why you should kind of just stick into one good technique or field that you really enjoy, and then make sure you outreach to other people. So that's going to conclude the massage therapy speech or podcast. I am glad that if you are tuning in that you got to watch some of this. I'm super excited to start this. I'm going to be doing a video hopefully once every week, maybe 2 times a week, just trying to do broad topic. I think next week I'm going to probably start either myofascial therapy or like cupping, something that I like to do a lot. So I'll hit one of those topics, again for 15-20 minutes. And then also if you guys have anything you would like to hear about marketing or jobs, maybe what jobs to get, what continuing education to look for, things like that. I'd be happy to help. Or if you want me to make a video speaking about it, just comment below, and we can try to make sure that we get to that video and give you the best content that we can. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first podcast from Striding Sports, a rehabilitative massage. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to do it again.